We have a question from the audience for both candidates, beginning with Mayor Nelson. If the downtown hotel fails and is returned to the city, what would you as mayor advise the common council to do with the building?
Well, first of all, if you didn't read the paper today, the big news is that IDM Group, which is a very successful hotel and restaurant management group that runs the Hotel Delafield hotel restaurants in Beloit and Wausau, has signed a letter of intent for 5 years to take over the operations of the Black Trumpet Restaurant and the Clark Hotel. I believe that agreement will be formalized soon, and I think the negative people that want to see that project fail are going to be disappointed because their fish fry has just been rated one of the top 3. People are out the door. The hotel's vacancy rates are up, and the owners have guaranteed me that they will pay every penny of unpaid taxes and interest that is owed to the city. They just paid their room taxes last week. So I think it's a faulty question because I think it's going to be around for a long time. But I think they did such a fantastic job renovating what was the worst building in our downtown 4 years ago. People asked me 4 years ago, Mayor, what are you going to do about that flop house in the center of the city? And, you know, they've had bumps in the road, they've had difficulties, but they're on the way up. Certainly, if the current owners failed in that business, it's such a valuable property. I think an organization like this IDM Group or other people in the business would snap it up and continue as it is. But the city already has seen tremendous value. I know at least half a dozen business owners in the downtown who've told me that they've come to the city because that has been such a catalyst for what's happening in the downtown. I do want to respond, though, to this issue of roads. In 2006 and 7, we spent 2.7, 2.2 million, 2008, 3.1 million. I supported the Common Council's decision to add an extra $1 million to make our roads better in 2009, where spending went up to 6.2 million and 7 million in 2010. So spending on roads have doubled. We live in an aging city, and the only way to do more about the roads is to raise taxes. We have to live within our budget. And in terms of partnering with Pro Healthcare, I'm proud of the fact that Ford Titus and Ed Olson are strong supporters of my campaign because of the collaboration that we've had between the city and Pro Healthcare. And I want to make it clear, I've never said I deserve sole credit on anything. I am a collaborative leader. It's partnering with the city, the council, and the citizens that are definitely due to any success that I've had as mayor.
2 minutes for Mr. Scrima.
Yes, the Clark Hotel. It's beautiful. It's certainly better than what was there before. I've gone there since it's been open. I've taken family members there. I've been to conferences there. It's a beautiful place. However, as a business person, I have to look at reality. And as I've gone to other cities around the country and studied retail and economic development, there's one thing that I noticed that most people in planning understand, and that is whenever there's a new retail or economic boom area, a new growth area, high growth area, that hotels generally come in last. And the reason they come in last is because the people are already there and the activity is already there. So I'm not sure why we used TIF money to put a hotel in first. It just seems a little bit backwards to me. I think that money perhaps could have been better used by distributing it to a number of businesses downtown. Just think, we put $1.5 million into it. We could have given 10 businesses $150,000 each. What would that have done for our downtown? Also, the fact of the matter is that they haven't paid their property taxes. They haven't paid their personal property taxes. I certainly hope they do. But the city did inflate the assessment on that hotel in order to justify putting TIF funds into it. Again, I've met with the head city assessor, Paul Cluck, and he has been unable to verify how they came up with the $6 million value. I understand this because that's my business background. So what are we going to do if it goes out of business? Well, we're not going to let it go dark. It's disingenuous to say that the hotel, resulted in all the new growth downtown. There are many factors that were involved in the rejuvenation of downtown. But the hotel is important. We're not going to let it go dark. It could certainly be transformed into another use. And I've been talking with a number of people about those possibilities. Thank you.
First of all, the city assessor's name is Paul Cluck, not Cluck. And this is the second night in a row that my opponent has unfairly attacked him. He has served this city honorably for 24 years, and that's the reason why the Common Council just unanimously voted to appoint him to that position. He did the assessment for the Clark Hotel the same way he's done every other assessment. My opponent is mischaracterizing what he said. He's also, last night, mischaracterized saying we gave the hotel $1.5 million. Again, he didn't do his research. $750,000 of that money will be paid back by the developers, either by room tax starting 3 years from now or out of the developer's pocket. It's very easy to criticize these things, but the facts don't support it. Look at how much better the city is than it was 4 years ago through collaborative efforts of myself, city staff, and the Common Council.
The next question concerns neighborhood safety. Neighborhood safety is becoming a growing concern both downtown and out of downtown. What would you do to address this challenge? With Mr. Scrima beginning.
I've had the privilege of listening to a number of our police officers and people that work for the police department. And I can say that we are very privileged to have such a committed police department. They have made great headway in the last 10 years in bringing down crime. They've also made headway in keeping the gangs out of our city. So I look forward to continuing in supporting them in their efforts in making our community safe. There are some areas that still need to be addressed, and I'm confident that by listening to the officers on the street, by listening to the people in the community, we can continue to raise the bar in that area. Thank you.